critical vehicle functions.
Tiger fans are on their feet.
As they should be.
He pulls it in for the 25-yard touchdown. In Erie, Colorado, you are title town today. Tigers are on top by 2 scores.
Hello and welcome into the Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you as we are live taking a look at senior night here on the Erie Tiger Network, and we have a full pregame show for you here tonight as, well, the kids were hard at work. They put together a lot of graphics. You'll see all of that, but we didn't get to it last week, so we want to make sure that we air it this week, and that is Terrence's Corner.
All right, welcome back, guys, to episode 13 of Terrence's Corner. And today I'm here with
Cole Powell, Cash Rhodes.
And how do you guys feel to be on the show? I know you've wanted to be on this for a while, Cash. So how does it feel to finally be here?
I'm honored. You know, starting as a JV goon and then coming up, playing with the big dogs. Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Cole, how do you feel?
I'm all right.
Did you guys know Cole is actually the same height as Giannis Antetokounmpo? How tall are you? 6'37"? I'd be dunking too if I was that tall. So who did we play last week?
Monarch? Yeah, Monarch.
What did you think of Monarch?
Sorry.
Wow.
I think they were good competition for about a minute, and then it kind of all went downhill.
They quit in the fourth play of the game.
On the fourth play? Wow. And who do we play this week?
Silver Creek.
Yeah, Silver Creek.
What do you think about Silver Creek?
I think they're all right, but if we play good, no one can be on our level.
What do you think, Kesh?
I mean, they got some decent talent. I mean, it's nothing like write home about, because at the end of the day, nobody's better than the Erie Tigers.
Okay, but like league play, what do you think about our league? What do you think about league play? I mean, league play is very important. So what are your thoughts on it?
I think league play. I mean, we got to win out. So I think, I don't know, honestly.
I mean, yeah, I feel you. What do you think about the league play opponents? What do you think?
Like all of our opponents, like you should never like take them like act like they're not good at the start of the week. You got to see how they are on film, and then that translates to how they play, and then we really decide week by week.
Okay. So, what position do you guys play? Line? You're both line. So if you were a skill player, what position would you want to play?
Oh, definitely wide out. Like some deep balls and some high points would be lit.
What would you play, Cash?
Running back. Nobody's taking me down.
Like, what kind of running back would you be? Like Eddie Lacy?
Yes, call me the fridge.
Okay. So it's time. It's time for the question of the day. And I think this is probably the hardest question we have ever had on this show. When was the Great Wall of China built? What year? It was before Christ. I can tell you that.
2000 BC.
2000? Is that even a thing?
2000 BC.
What do you think?
I'm gonna guess like 57 BC.
It's 220 BC, whatever that means. So how many years ago was 220 BC? Like,
I know. I got you. It's 2243.
do you think it's weird that there were humans like in the Ice Age? Like, what would you do if you were an Ice Age human?
I mean, I'd live, man. I mean, nothing to do but like hunt and stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah. So would you rather be hot or cold? Like, would you rather live in like a Ice Age or like a heat age? What would that be called, Mr. Bird? A heat age?
The Jurassic period.
A Jurassic period, yeah. Would you rather be alive in the Ice Age or the Jurassic Age?
I've been saying this since I was little. It's easier to escape the cold because you can always put more layers on. But when it's hot, no luck.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I'd say I'd rather be in the cold. I feel like it'd be more fun to die in the cold than in the heat.
I mean, I'm gonna live life to the fullest. That's why, like, when I'm asked with the question of what I know, how I die or when I die, I'm gonna know when I die so I can make the most out of my days, man.
Yeah, what would you win or how?
When, or are we still on the last question?
Win or how? Yeah, or
When or how would you
When? Probably how I die.
how do you think you would die?
I don't know.
Being too tall. Probably like hit his head on like a roller coaster or something.
All right. So we're going to have one more question. This is our secondary question since you guys didn't get the first one. What is the least common color of M&M?
Green.
I can't argue with that. It's probably green, yeah. Or orange. Green or orange. Is there an orange? There's not orange. No, it's green.
It's brown. Brown. I didn't even remember there was brown M&Ms. But like, I think the brown M&Ms are better if they're peanut M&Ms.
But all M&Ms are brown on the inside.
Yeah, that's true. All M&Ms are. Okay, the outer coating is not brown on the inside though. What do you think's better, M&Ms or Skittles?
M&M's for sure. I'm a chocolate guy.
Skittles, way better. No question.
Peanut M&Ms though? Do you like peanut M&Ms?
It's got to be peanut M&M's. Just the regular milk chocolate. No, it's got to be peanut.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter? Wait, there's no such thing as peanut butter M&Ms.
Yes, there is. Take it from the
It's
fat
a
guy.
goat.
Yes, there is.
So what's the difference? A peanut M&M just has a peanut in it, and a peanut M&M has peanut butter?
Yeah.
Wow. So what if there was like Sprite Skittles? Like we could like infuse Skittles and Sprite. What do you think would go good with like if you had to make a peanut M&M version of a Skittle? What would it be?
Imagine like Dr. Pepper flavored Skittles. I feel like those would be fire.
What do you think?
Like a soda flavored Skittle?
Yeah, or like another. You could add another ingredient into your Skittle, like a peanut M&M. Like you could have like a. What could you have? What nut would go good with a Skittle? Hey. All right, guys. Well, we're not going to answer that question, actually. And we will see you next week on Terrence's Corner.
And welcome back into our pregame show here. We have a lot to go through here in a short amount of time. We have about 15 minutes or so until kickoff. Let's go over another key element of tonight's game. It's our starters, and look, there were lots of graphics today, so these are some key players. I'm laughing because they put Joey Foote twice on there. I will say Joey Foote, second in the state in receiving yards for the Longmont Trojans, so a very potent receiver out there. Colby Holmes, he'll be leading the way, so those are the players to watch out for Longmont tonight. And, of course, the big story tonight, we are really close to tying Christian McCaffrey, 141 touchdowns. Right now, Blake Barnett at 139, 2 to tie, 3 to take it over. And, well, they put TD King there. Not yet. Right now, just the bridesmaid, not the bride. But tonight, all of that could change here in the state of Colorado. So, and actually, that graphic's wrong. That says receiving punt return. There's two. He caught one last year, and he returned a punt in the same game. We went back and watched that earlier this week. We'll see if maybe we can even track that down. We were also lucky enough to catch up with another senior earlier this week, and that was Alex Sweeney.
How do you feel about tonight's football game?
I think we're going to be in pretty good shape tonight. Everybody's ready. We've been practicing throughout the week. We had Monday off, but it was a good day to get our bodies healthy and ready for tonight.
How have the team and coaches impacted you and your experience in football?
The team kind of just been like together for a while now, and last year we're kind of all first-year starters on varsity, and this year it's just kind of everybody has like chemistry together, and the coaches just help make practice fun with like jokes, being involved with the players.
Do you think the coaches have had a significant impact in how you guys have been playing over the course of the season?
Yeah. Everybody has a good relationship with coaches, and they make practice fun.
How have EHS and the Erie community affected you?
EHS community has been great throughout all of my years at Erie. Just showing up to the games and being loud is the best environment you can have.
What do you have to say to the people at home?
Just thank you guys for coming out and just watching us play and cheering us on.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. That was Alex Sweeney. And, well, we have lots of leaders to go over. Just a quick touch on last week. The Tigers were up at 1 point, 53-0. And, well, let's take that away. And, well, they put up some big-time numbers. And, actually, that's a cool graphic, and I screwed up there. So let's get that right because the kids worked hard on that, and they exported it to be transparent. There we go. Last week on offense, 104 yards through the air, 209. They really didn't have a whole lot of yards, but 3 reception TDs, 3 rushing TDs. They're 53-0 at 1 point. 8 sacks, 14 tackles for loss. Beautiful game last week out of the Tiger defense. All right, when we come back, we will have some more key stats, some starters for you, and more. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
I wasn't born a leader.
It wasn't given to me.
I couldn't buy it.
How'd I get here?
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
Decide to lead as an Army officer.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. There's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction of knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon at sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
You are watching the ETN.
And, sorry, we don't have a 1. We have a 2, 3, 4. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. John Kent joining us here for our pregame show. Let's take a look at some of the key numbers coming into tonight. This is actually last year's game against Longmont. You might remember last year's game up at Everly Montgomery. Longmont had a chance to win that one late. I know the score says 44-21. Let me tell you, that was tight there for a second. The Tigers, they scored a late touchdown and then another late touchdown. But Longmont was in that all the way to the end, and that was one of those games that I feel like lasted 4.5 hours. But you look at the numbers, and the numbers do match up. 235 yards through the air for Erie, 220 for Longmont. 170 on the ground for Erie, 175 for Longmont, and they rushed for 3 TDs. They really controlled that ball well. And, John, as we've seen with this Erie team, you've got a chance if you can play ball control offense.
Yeah, especially last year, a lot of teams managed to make some close games and even beat Erie with these ball control style of offenses, and really just keeping control of the ball and controlling that time of possession, along with obviously rushing the ball was very effective. 3 rushing touchdowns for Longmont last year, or in last year's game. 0 receiving touchdowns there. It was what really made the difference in that game.
Well, we took the numbers from last year's game. We've already talked about some of the key players. Your starters for tonight in the backfield, Blake Barnett and Gavin Lusk will start in the backfield. Moving up to, let's find the starting O-line and receivers. Well, there you go. We'll jump from offense to defense. Dom Sema and Jackson Kogel, along with Cade Koblenz, starting along that defensive unit line. In the linebackers, you have Carson Hageman, one of the best tacklers in the state. Keaton Strange, who's playing through some pain, and Kelton Cook will play a lot tonight. Gavin Lusk trying to work his way back. In the secondary, you have Blake Barnett, Ronan Ward, Braylon Tolliver, Preston Ternoa, Noah Garcia. And by the way, speaking of that secondary, just a quick look at some of their stats. Interception leaders, Preston Terranova has 3, Blake Barnett with 2, and Braylon Tolliver with 1. So we talked about the starting secondary there. Those are your leaders. Back onto the offense, the starting O-line tonight, you have Cole Powell, James Gottrin, Karsten Taylor, Braden Powell, and Cash Rhodes all starting tonight. Cade Koblenz, I think I wonder if he's out or something. I put the kids in charge of this graphic that played on the football team, so I think they're right, but who knows. Starting receivers tonight, Mason Kogel. He'll start as your H-back. Alex Sweeney, Ronan Ward, Josh Levine, and Kave Meredith. And speaking of receivers, the top receivers this season, I still don't know if Donovan O'Brien will be back quite yet, but Alex Sweeney leading the way, 21 receptions for 331 yards. And just one more stat graphic to kind of peek at here. Carson Hageman, 4th in total tackles in Colorado with 108. And Blake Barnett, 14 total TDs on the ground. He's 22nd. So that's just rushing touchdowns from the quarterback position. There's going to be the national anthem in-house. So we are going to take we will stick with it here, and it'll be Allie Toothaker.
At the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, where so gallantly streaming, and the rockets break loud, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
And of course, wowing the audience there was Allie Toothaker. Of course, I don't think it's a secret that she will be auditioning for Erie Idol. And so the question is, will she be on the show or not? Well, I guess we'll find out. That'd be really cool. So, all right, we are just mere moments away here from kickoff. In fact, the scoreboard's showing us about 4.5 minutes. Senior night here on the Erie Tiger Network. We have a full crew. I just want to make sure I shout them out before we forget. Austin Jameson down on a camera. We have Zoe upstairs. We have Larkin upstairs. We have Ben Miller upstairs. We have Declan on instant replay. Josh will be our technical director. Chad Jameson, our director. I think we'll have Jade on social media if we get a moment to set her up. And then we'll have Ian on stats and John Kent, our color man tonight. So glad we could be a part of this experience for you here tonight. So glad you could tune in on a great day, especially when the network at least works. That feels pretty good to us. The softball, that was a struggle today, but the softball team, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention. 2 big wins today. They will play in the semifinal, the 5A semifinal, tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I believe, at least last we looked, it looked like Fruita Monument was going to go and knock off Columbine. And so I think that would be Erie versus Fruita Monument. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to check. Softball people in the chat, in the stream, get at me, because I had to race out of there today and race up here. And guess what? We made it in time to bring you this broadcast, so we're happy to do it. All right, let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have more Tiger Action Kickoff here on the Erie Tiger Network.
You are watching the ETN.
Kicking off the season celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project. At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest. Hey, Bern. Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird, John Kent here with you as we get ready for kickoff here on the ETN. And Chad. just sorting some stuff out behind the scenes as the Erie Tiger football team runs onto the field. And you can feel a little bit of buzz in the air tonight. I think the last couple weeks have been pretty boring, John. You just absolutely steamrolled Monarch. Heck, you beat up Windsor pretty good the week before that. You steamroll Silver Creek last week. And so tonight a team that maybe a little bit better than the last two opponents, a team that's 5-3 that wants playoff position here in this playoff field. And so just a little bit more buzz in the air.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people excited to see this Erie team face off against maybe one more tougher opponent right before the playoffs. Going into a playoffs in which they've gone undefeated since that first week against Vanguard, losing that close game. A lot of hype has built up in this school for the playoffs this year, especially since we haven't really been back to this dominance since that 13-0 season when we lost that state championship. Longmont obviously has that receiver, just incredible stats. Erie, just an all-around great team this year. It's going to be a really fun game to watch. Hopefully a high-scoring and fun game to watch.
All right, so Longmont will receive the kick. And by the way, this is the 9 News Game of the Week. So our friends from 9 News are here in a crowded press box. So we thank them for coming as well. So here we go. This one will be sent end over end and taken all the way from the 1. Return out to the far side. That's Colby Holmes, and he'll shoot up the sideline. And that will be the start of this drive for Longmont. Colby Holmes. You don't see the starting quarterback return kicks too often, but that's the case here for Longmont. So Longmont will come out. It'll be 1st and 10. Oh, there was a flag down, by the way, and that will actually back Longmont up. And they will start all the way from, well, the chains are backward. The chains are backward. Come on, fellas. Come on, fellas. It will start at the 15.
Really not something you'd like to see if you're Longmont. Just not helping yourself out, getting an early start. You'd like to give your offense that much of a chance you can get to get a good start against this. Your defense has been quite solid this year so far, especially against the run game, which is what Longmont has used quite a bit.
There's a handoff, far side, and wrapped up after a short gain.
See there, that's been the story of this Erie defense for most of this year, just not allowing much off of these runs. Really just stuffing up the rush game of most teams that they come up against. You saw Montrose had a pretty good run game, Vanguard as well, but most teams just cannot get it going against this Erie Tiger defense.
So 2nd and 8 here for the Trojans. Holmes in the shotgun. He'll send a man in motion. By the way, we understand our score bug was loaded from last week, so we'll correct that. Little flare out to the far side, short gain, so that'll bring up a 3rd down. In fact, John will take over a little bit of play-by-play while I fix the graphic. You ready for that, John?
I'll try my best. Longmont facing a short to mid-range 3rd down here. Erie Tigers looking to get them off the field quickly. Colby Holmes, shotgun. Takes the snap. Quick handoff, up the middle. Stuffed quickly by the Erie Tiger defensive line. Pushed backwards, still getting nothing on the play. 4th down, Longmont. Erie Tiger defensive line really just stuffed the running back there. Not allowing anything on that play. Maybe a yard at most. It'll be 4th and short, medium range. Longmont will stay on the field.
I told you you'd crush it. So 4th and about 3, and Longmont at least lined up like they're going to go for it. And this would give the Tigers terrific field position if they could get the stop here. Colby Holmes still in the pistol really taking his time. They might be trying to draw this Tiger team offside. I like that. If you're going to punt anyways, 5 yards isn't a big deal when you gamble to try and pick up the first down.
I think something you saw in that first drive and something you'll probably see throughout this game is the Erie Tigers really are going to dominate this game with their size. A lot of big bodies for the Erie Tigers, especially up front. I think they're going to be able to overpower that Longmont front on both sides of the ball.
All right, so the scoreboard is fixed. We've checked all the gumdrop buttons. Everything is hopefully good to go now. So 4th and 7 here. The punt on the way. Couple men deep for the Tigers. And a end-over-end line drive punt. That's going to sneak past Preston Terranova. In fact, both returners were kind of collapsing down on that, and it was Preston that will pick up the ball. And the Tigers will start for the first time on offense tonight. So first time on offense. And what's going to happen here? How many touchdowns is it going to take? We know the number for Blake, but I mean in the context of this game, can Blake do it in the first 3 here tonight? That would be something here on senior night, a way to cap off your career during the regular season at Tiger Stadium. Barnett's in the shotgun here, 3 wide to the far side. He's going to run it. Follows the lead blocker. That's Lusk. He's got the edge, and Barnett will trot out of bounds, and a pretty good gain there. He'll pick up 11 on the play and a fresh set of downs for the Tigers.
On that down, you saw another thing the Erie Tigers have gotten much better at this year, a lot of good blocking. The blocking has really opened up this Erie run game. As you saw on that play, Blake able to slip forward for a big gain on the first play of offense. Just blocking has really improved and allowed the run game to open up this year. Barnett takes the snap, hands off, Lusk to the outside, cuts up the middle, blocking is good, taken down, close to the first down marker.
Gavin Lusk, who missed last week of action. We saw a lot of Jack Carnival last week, a little 9-yard pickup there for Gavin.
Inside the 45 and 44. Bringing up 2nd down and 1.
So 2nd and 1. It'll be Barnett and Lusk. 2 wideouts to the near side. It's Ward and Sweeney. Lusk will motion to the right side. Barnett will pull it on the read option. Steps out of a tackle. Still on his feet trying to get to the edge. Steps out of another tackle and a little bit of hand fighting. I thought there might be a flag out there, but a pretty good run there for Barnett. And another Tiger first down.
Barnett maybe showing off his strength a little bit there on that run, breaking through maybe 2-3 tackles there to get those extra yards. Just an incredible amount of strength there to be able to run through that many tacklers.
So 1st and 10 from the 35. Barnett in the shotgun here. He's flanked by 2 wideouts. Haven't seen that too much here as Barnett will now motion Kogel across the formation. High snap, gets it, gives it off on the right side, and a nice little knifing cut there around the right side was Wyatt Walston getting an early carry in this one for the Tigers, and he'll pick up about 7 on first down. And I had to look down at my roster just to make sure I knew what the heck I was talking about. 2nd and 3 here for Erie. Walston again back there with Lusk. This time they'll give it the other way to Lusk. Lusk will bend it around the edge, has the hole, and he's tackled from behind, but a flag will fly in. And so I think we're going to see a hold here on Erie.
Penalties have been a big problem for Erie, especially early on in this year. You'd like to see them maybe limit those, especially early on in this game, and just make sure that you don't give Longmont any extra chances to just make it a closer game than it should be.
So that'll move it back basically to the original line of scrimmage. By the way, we will go down to Kaylee Killian in a little bit, who is our sideline reporter. But 2nd and about 4 here. Barnett will take it. He rolls the pocket to the right. Looking, had Meredith open underneath for a second. Wanted the deep ball. Instead, he'll reverse course. Comes all the way back across. Barnett will fling one. Wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! It is Josh Levine. And how about a little razzle-dazzle for Blake Barnett? And this one is coming back. So a little bit of razzle-dazzle, but I think this one is coming back.
For the start of that drive, you really saw Erie using their ability to run, but on that play, they show we can still pass the ball. We're still a fantastic passing offense. Just Blake elongates the play and dials up a perfect pass up in the end zone. It's going to come back, though, fortunately.
A personal foul on the Tigers. You know, I think they called a blindside block, but I thought the Tiger O-lineman squared up guys pretty good. I actually made a mental note of that on the rollout, but you know what? I don't wear stripes, at least not black and white. It's like a dark orange and a light orange. All right, 2nd and really long here now for the Tigers. 2nd and 18. Barnett in the shotgun. He's going to fake. It's a little draw to Lusk, and that was well diagnosed by that Longmont front, and Lusk maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Gavin Lusk on the carry, gain of a yard.
So gain of a yard. By the way, Tiger fans, don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Also helps us out when you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel here that you're watching. And when you hit the bell icon, you'll be notified every time we have a stream up. 3rd and real long here for Erie. 3 wide receivers and a tight end. He's flanked by Lusk. Barnett's going to drop back. He'll step up in the pocket looking, and he will be sandwiched between a couple defenders. He'll pick up about 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 15, and I think the Tigers might send their, well, let's see what they do here. 4th and 15. This could be one of those, Blake Barnett, I'm going to be the punter here, with the option if the lane is open. But I kind of imagine we'll probably see a punt with this long of a distance to gain. Barnett will shift into the shotgun with 5 wide. See what he does here. He's a little deeper than normal. High snap, and he will boot this. And this is, he got under it. Straight up, and it will land, and not very much net yardage. In fact, only about 14 or so, and Longmont will take over for their 2nd time tonight.
Saw at the end of that drive, Erie once again just hurting themselves with those penalties. Had a good drive going, but unfortunately penalties made it stall out, pushing the Tigers back to make it a really long 1st down there. Really need to not let that happen throughout the night and let your offense just go to work and do what it does best. Defense has was really good on that 1st drive, though, so perhaps they can get off the field quickly again.
1st and 10 here for Longmont. Holmes in the shotgun. Holmes will pitch it out to the far side, and that one was stacked up pretty good on the edge. They're still trying to fight that one out, and I think Gaddis was stuffed there for a gain of 2. So 2nd and long here for Longmont. Little pitch forward. That's actually technically a pass play to Joey Foote, and the Tigers were all over that. In fact, that's a loss of 1.
Tigers have been just really all over these screen plays so far, not letting the Longmont players slip past them at all. Really well diagnosed play so far here from the defense.
So 3rd down and 10 here after the short little loss by Longmont. Longmont really taking their time. As we mentioned, ball control a key for them here tonight. And the shotgun is Holmes. He'll take the low snap, looking, fires it off his back foot. That was caught right near the down to gain. That is going to be really close. It was Noah Garcia that made the tackle. Parker Mills, the one that caught it. And I think the spot is going to have him a yard short. So Longmont on 4th and 1. Going to keep their offense out again. See if they go back to that little style of maybe trying to draw the Tigers off, especially at the 36. But I'd go for it here. They're going to line up in tush-push formation, and they will tush-push it. And the Tigers stack that up pretty good. Their defense is celebrating, but it's going to depend on the spot. Man, you don't see many people stop the tush-push. And you can really see from that angle, they are going to give the first down. So that was close. The Tiger fans, of course, will disagree, but tell you what, that's hard to stop. And that's why so many NFL teams are running it now.
Well, you saw the Longmont initial push got through, but the Tigers slipped past and pushed most of the pile back, but apparently he got close enough.
Motion out of the backfield. Holmes will roll to the near side, looks downfield. Now he'll tuck it, and the Tigers swallow and devour him. A loss of about 1 on the run play. And I have dropped my Erie roster somewhere. We have got to find this sucker. Not my Erie roster, my Longmont roster. So 2nd and 11 after the loss of 1 by Holmes. Holmes in the shotgun here. Takes it, give, up the middle, nice hole and burst, and rumbling for a first down and then some across midfield. And a pickup there of 17 yards was Cole Gaddis. And he looked like he was shot out of a cannon. Tell you what, and now a late flag, and that might be a, hey, you can't say what you just said to a referee. At least that came pretty late. Unsportsmanlike is the call. And so add 15 more for Longmont. They have a chair, move it. So 1st and 10 here for the Trojans, deep into Erie territory now, all the way down at the 33. This is, hey, Longmont played Erie tough last year, and they're playing them tough right now.
See the Erie Tigers hurting themselves with penalties once again on that unsportsmanlike conduct. Really just not good for the team.
Penalties hurting the Tigers right now. Holmes in the pistol, low snap, play action, looking downfield. Now here comes a flag. Coach Geiger was pointing out that flag. That indicates to me that it was on Longmont. Carson Hageman just raced to the sideline and pulled down Holmes behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 3. So Coach Geiger has a decision to make. Do you want to accept the penalty and keep the down, or take the 3-yard loss and a loss of down? I kind of think take the loss of down.
Yeah, for sure. Just a great tackle there by Carson Hageman to take him down for a loss of 3. Always love to take that down away from him as well, making it a longer 2nd down.
All right, so 2nd and 13 or so here for the Trojans. Holmes in the pistol formation. He's got 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 up top with the H-back right to his right. He'll send foot in motion. He'll give it up the middle to Gaddis, who gets stuffed after about a pickup of a yard. That Tiger front much improved this year in stopping the run, and that has made all the difference this season in those tough games when you play Broomfield and Loveland and Windsor and especially Montrose.
Yeah, Tiger front has just been really strong this year, not letting up many mistakes. You'll maybe see one or two a game where they let up a big run like that one you saw early in the drive from Longmont, but for the most part, the Tiger front just really solid all around.
So 3rd and 11 here. Holmes in the pistol again. He'll take it, runs read, now will shift out of it, throws downfield and almost intercepted there. Trying to step into that one was Ronan Ward, and Ronan was shaken up on the play. I think he took a shot to the ribs, and he'll come off, and hopefully it's just he got the wind knocked out of him. So 4th and 12 here for the Trojans. Kaveh Meredith will come out to replace him.
Yeah, big collision there from the Tigers, trying to break up that pass and then also trying to intercept it.
Fourth and 11. Holmes in the pistol again. Takes the low snap, looking downfield, flush from the pocket, has a man open. Instead, he'll throw it toward the end zone. Oh, what a catch! Mossing was Joey Foote, and he is down at the 1. But there is a flag all the way back at the 30, and we might have an illegal man downfield here. That's a little bit of a back at ya for the Tigers, because they are constantly called on illegal man downfield. I don't know if that's what it was, but that's kind of in the area, and that's what the Tigers were signaling.
You saw on that play again the defensive line breaking through and flushing the quarterback from the pocket, but just what a catch from Joey Foote there. Really can't blow past that.
Yeah, did we have a shot of that catch from, oh, bummer, from any of the cameras? Come on, camera people. We got to follow the ball through the air. All right. So 4th and rather long here. They're going to back that one up to the 40.
You see something just very similar to what happened to the Tigers there. On a touchdown throw, penalty that brings them all the way back. Really just makes it a really long play for them.
Yeah, the Tigers almost got their hand caught in the cookie jar on that deep pass. That is a loss of downs, so it's a turnover on downs. Interesting. So not only is it enforceable backward, but it's also a loss of down. All right, so 1st and 10 here for Erie, and they will take over at the 40 with 8 seconds left. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Barnett in the shotgun. He's going to run read. He will give it off to his running back, and not much cooking there. And that time, I believe it was Jack Carnival. And so Carnival will get about half a yard. And that will do it for the quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have Kaylee Killian. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. We have our very own Kaylee Killian down there. Kaylee?
Standing here tonight, the weather is absolutely amazing. It is really a great night for a football game. Looking up at the stands, the fans really showed up for our Tigers and especially our seniors tonight. So far, it's looking like it's going to be a good game, and we're all excited. Back to you in the booth.
All right, thank you, Kaylee. At least I hope that came through. Let's toggle that audio off. A little bit of teaching in the background. Score bug on. Do all that good stuff. Barnett settling in the pocket, looking. Now he'll take off, breaks a tackle. Barnett in the open space. He'll bounce off a defender, still on his feet. Barnett down the sideline, stopping, spinning, bouncing off defenders, and Blake Barnett will score! Oh, a dazzling touchdown run for Blake Barnett and the Erie Tigers. A pickup of 59 yards, and in classic Blake fashion, he's within one of Christian McCaffrey. My goodness.
That might be one of the better Blake Barnett runs we've ever seen. 6, 7, maybe even up to 10 broken tackles there. You're running through the entire Longmont defense. How does he do it?
Wow, that was amazing. You live for those moments right there on the football field. And so the Tigers will try and kick the extra point here, as that was touchdown number 140 in the career of Blake Barnett. Just amazing.
You were waiting to see what was going to break through and be the first score in this game, as penalties really dominated that first quarter, but what a way to break through. 50-plus yard run. We're the first score of the game.
We're going to take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
Yeah, go back, sir. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. As well, that was quite the run. That got us going up in the press box for sure. That kick will be fielded at the 3. A return out toward the far sideline, and that'll be corralled out of bounds just past the 20, which is where Longmont will take over their next possession here.
They'll respot the ball at the 21. 17 yards on the return.
What did you already log in there? It was like okay, don't worry about it. Just go back to the main interface. All right, so 1st and 10 here for Longmont. Holmes will pitch it to the near side. And once again, the Tigers' edge has been really good tonight, as Cole Gaddis was just kind of shut down. In fact, they'll say he got back to the 20. That's a loss of 1. That is a loss of 1.
On almost every run play, you see it just ending up in whoever has the ball just getting absolutely swarmed by the Tigers. Just nowhere to go. You see 4 or 5 defenders getting them on almost every play.
2nd and 11. Holmes at the near hash. He'll motion Gaddis out of the backfield. Empty set now. Holmes looking. Throws it deep. That's right into the arms of Foot. Tell you what, you throw it up and Foot can come down with it. And a 24-yard pickup on the pitch and catch from Holmes to Foot. And that is why Foot is 2nd in the state in receptions, or reception yards rather.
Yeah, Foot has just been really impressive with these catches so far. Really just throwing it up to him anywhere on the field. He seems to be able to catch it. Great hands from Foot, and just good job being able to hold on to it. Big hit from the Erie Tiger defender on that play, and he managed to reel it in for a catch.
1st and 10 now for the Tigers, or excuse me, for the Trojans. in Tiger, trying to get into Tiger territory. Goodness, long day. Little wheel route throw and open on the sideline was, I believe that was Parker Mills. And a decent gain there on first down, and so Longmont's got a little bit cooking here on this drive.
Yeah, Longmont maybe seeing their running game isn't being very effective so far. Maybe trying to turn to that pass game, see if it can open up some opportunities. Maybe it can even open up their run game a little bit more, but working well so far. Them Tigers going to have to make some adjustments to stop the pass.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Holmes in the pistol. He will motion Cole Gaddis out of the formation. Holmes takes it, looking left, fires, and that one is tipped and over everyone's head.
Preston turnover just a little bit too far up right there. Not able to get back and jump up far enough to reel that ball in for an interception.
So 2nd and 10. A little dehydrated up here in the press box. Long day. People are looking at me. A little bit of context going on that you don't need to know about. All right, 2nd and 10 here for the Trojans. There's the give, and Gaddis had a big hole, sprung through it, broke tackles, and Blake Barnett trying to clean him up, and they will mark him. Well, depend on the spot. I thought he got the first down, and they will give it to him. So about a 10 or 11-yard pickup there for Gaddis. A couple times he's kind of popped through into the second level there. So 1st and 10 for Erie. Holmes gets the snap, gives it. Gaddis again, a big hole, and Gaddis just rumbling his way down inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. So Longmont on the ground, finding some running room that really hadn't been there much this season against the Tigers.
Well, you see maybe those deep pass plays made the Tigers loosen up, and maybe that's why these holes are opening up now. They're able to use both sides of their game to open up the other.
So 1st and goal for the Trojans. Holmes in the pistol. Low snap, gives it to Gaddis. Gaddis able to fight through an arm tackle in the backfield, and he will fight his way to the 6-yard line.
Gain of 3, the ball placed at the 6-yard line.
So a gain of 3.
2nd and goal.
Just see the good tough running. Gaddis has been a tough runner here today, and you can see why this Longmont team comes in at 5 and 3. Now the give, and Gaddis again just kind of knifes his way forward. A short pickup there. They've done a pretty good job just kind of fighting for yardage.
You see maybe now that the Longmont run game is working, Erie has gone back and is stopping it a little bit more now, but now maybe you're expecting a pass or a play action here from Longmont. Now that Erie has adjusted to the run, maybe they go back to the pass.
And one of our cameras is freaking out. What is going on? That wire might be loose. 3rd and goal. Holmes in the pistol now. A timeout called. Timeout called. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets. Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse in Erie today.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 3rd and goal for the Trojans from the 4. 7:26 remaining here in this quarter. A low-scoring affair, at least up to this point. A lot of clock running when you run the ball successfully. Holmes gets it, gives it. Gaddis follows the lead blocker, and he will score. So a 4-yard plunge into the end zone on the ground game there as Gaddis punches it in. With 7:20 remaining in this quarter. And now the Trojans, an extra point away here from tying it, but they might go for 2 here. Their offense still out there in the huddle. They will line up like they're going to go for it. Holmes gets it, gives to Gaddis, and the Tigers will stop that one short. So Tigers will maintain their lead, 7:20 remaining in this quarter. And on senior night, a lot of Tiger seniors out there, their last regular season home game. I don't know, Alex Sweeney, Keaton Strange, Blake Barnett. We'll try and get through all the names tonight. So many memories as they have really carried the water for this program in a number of years. It's been a good run for this senior class. You think of some of the past senior classes where they'd have Caleb Tyson and John Pastore and Ryan McConnell in the same class. That was a special class. You had a class where you had Noah Roper, Nate Hackney, Spencer Brooks. That was a special class. And this one going to go down into the pantheon of Erie lore in that same kind of breath, especially depending on how this season ends. It'll be Alex Sweeney that will receive this one. This one was kicked short. Sweeney trying to string it out to the near side. Finds a little hole. Breaks a tackle. Sweeney spins off another player. Sweeney at the sideline, and he's lassoed down from behind as he crossed the 40 all the way down to the 35-yard line. And a big return for the big senior number 1, Alex Sweeney.
Absolutely fantastic return there from Sweeney. Just barely getting wrangled in there by that last Longmont defender, really helping this offense out, setting them up with good field position so they can get to work and get back on the scoreboard, solidify this lead a little bit more, you think?
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Tigers. The chain crew having some problems there on the far side. There's a give to Lusk, and Lusk weaving his way through the defense. Lusk has an open lane of nothing but green in front of him, and he will house it, but there is a flag all the way back at the 29-yard line. That's about 6 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. That's happened a lot this year. A lot of touchdowns wiped off the board due to flags.
We've seen Gavin Lusk do that quite a few times, just breaking out these long runs off of maybe a short start for him, you know. Starts off like a slow run and then breaks through a couple tackles and he's just gone. Love to see Erie's run game kicking into motion. Again, penalties really hurting them. It's just going to be a repeating story as long as the Tigers don't get a control of them. 2 touchdowns taken off the board for the Tigers so far because of penalties.
So 1st down and 14 here for Erie. Barnett takes it, gonna run Reed, gives it to Lusk. Lusk has another lane, and Lusk this time cut down as he crossed the 25. Enough for a 1st down. He picked up about 16 yards there, did Gavin, on the big run off the edge.
You've seen in this game so far on that kick return, Blake's run, Gavin's long runs a couple times. Erie runners are really difficult to stop once they start moving, especially if you don't have size on them like this Longmont team. Erie's been able to shed a lot of blocks and tackles and just get through this Longmont defense with their powerful and fast running.
Timeout here, and timeout on the field anyways. There is a new addition to Erie High School, and I'm not sure if maybe we can't communicate to one of our camera operators to pan over and show a giant new addition that's coming. It's here, but it's not functional. It should be functional for that first playoff game. The new scoreboard coming in that lights up from both sides, so people will be able to see it from the other side. I just wanted to talk about that real quick. All right, let's get back into the game action here, as it is 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 23-yard line. Barnett from the near hash takes the snap, gives it. Lusk, big hole. Lusk has a lane. Lusk will house it, and the Tigers stretch out their lead back to 7.
The entire drive you saw was just fueled by Gavin Lusk. 3-4 great runs in a row. One of them taking back, obviously, the touchdown run. Good setup from the return, but Erie's run game just showing their dominance here. Gavin Lusk able to power through the defense and get a touchdown for the Tigers.
So Ronan Ward out. The Tigers are shifted here. Let's see if they shift back in. Kind of look like they might go. Really taking their time here. And I think they're going to go. They will. Ward will roll it to the right, looking, fires the speed out, and it's Alex Sweeney who started this drive off with a big kick return. And the Tigers stretch the lead out 15-6. So the Tigers lead at 15-6. And you see there a nice little speed out. The Tigers saw something they liked. That's why they set up there every time. Gives them some options, and they got the right play dialed up at the right time. And, well, nothing like a two-possession game when you've only scored twice, the other team has scored once.
You really see that two-point conversion failure from Longmont early in the game coming back to bite them now that the Tigers have successfully converted on their two-point conversion. Having a two-score game in this game really impactful so far because not as much score as maybe you would think there would be so far in this game. Tigers just getting that two-possession lead early is going to be a big factor, I believe, in this game.
So Tyler Hoffman set to send this one deep for Erie. Erie and their new black pants. And actually Carson Hageman will kick this one. And Hageman will send this as a squibber that will actually take a right-hand turn, rise it, approach the sideline, and roll into the end zone.
If you're Erie's defense here, you'd like to put up another good round of downs after that last drive where it really seemed like Longmont had a very good ability to move the ball. Early in this game, the Tiger defense was locking them down, but last drive, not so much. So you'd like to maybe see a return to form here if you're the Erie defense.
And there is one of the seniors right there, big Jackson Kogel, the Washington State Cougar commit. 1st and 10. See if he can make a play here on this drive on senior night. Holmes in the shotgun. They'll motion Gaddis out of the formation. Holmes pumps, looks, trying to step up, being tracked, fires it, got rid of it right at the last second. And I tell you what, Holmes has done a really good job keeping his eyes down the field and firing it away quickly at the last second. And right there, a nice little 16-yard pitch and catch.
Yeah, Holmes has done a really good job of getting out of trouble tonight. There's been 3 or 4 plays so far where the pocket has collapsed. He's rolled out and managed to get the ball out to foot, and it really has helped Longmont string together these drives.
That was, by the way, Holmes now 89 yards through the air here in this first half. 1st and 10. Holmes will give it off to Gaddis, and this time he's met in the hole by Carson Hageman. Who else? as he continues to rack up the tackles, and a gain of about a yard. So 2nd and 9 for the Trojans as the time continues to tick. 5:32.
Check that gain of 1, 2nd and 9 for Longmont.
For Holmes and the Trojan offense. Blake Barnett was crowding like he was going to blitz. Now Holmes will throw it high. There are 3 men down there, and that one knocked away. So Foote, tell you what, he's just a threat in the jump ball game.
Yeah, we've seen Foote use his ability to catch the ball really several times in this game. You saw in that first touchdown that got called back, just really able to get up and over defenders with his size and hands and be able to catch the ball when maybe it's a lot harder for some of these other receivers. That's why he's obviously 2nd in the state in receiving yards.
Joey Foote, more like Joey Hands, if you ask me. Got to get at least one dad joke in every broadcast, right? All right, 3rd and 9 here. Holmes in the pistol. Tigers showing blitz. They do bring some pressure. Holmes is going to scramble from that. It's intercepted. Blake Barnett spins out of a tackle. Barnett up the sideline. Can Barnett tie the record? He does on a pick 6. Blake Barnett and a late penalty coming in, but I think it's going to be after the score. Oh my goodness. So as long as the touchdown counts, we have a tie record.
Really cannot ask for any other way to tie a record than a pick 6. Blake Barnett can really just do it all on the football field.
I believe that is his first career pick 6. So, hey, no, 2nd career? Okay, 2nd career. You know, he scored too many to remember them all, so.
Almost scored every type of touchdown you could possibly think of. Punt return, reception, running, passing, pick 6. The only thing left would be maybe kick return, scoop and score.
Oh, goodness. What 2 touchdowns that were just kind of dazzling.
Both times able to just power through the defense and break some tackles. Another 2-point conversion here. Throws it, batted down by the Longmont Trojans.
And that PAT is no good. So we'll take a quick timeout, but we have a tie record. 141 for Blake Barnett. We'll take.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Welcome back in Erie Tiger Network, where we have been regaled tonight with Blake Barnett being at his best with a ball in his hands. A 59-yard touchdown run that reminded us maybe of the Beast Quake, and then a pick 6 to go with it. A unique pair for a unique player. Blake Barnett down there wearing the Jason mask, I think, on the sidelines. We'll have to get, well, he took it off. I was going to say we'll have to get Austin or someone, see if we can get a shot of that. And this one will be Squib. By the way, that was a personal foul that's enforced. So this is picked up near the 21. Not much room for Foote to go, and a good coverage by the Tiger special team unit. And Blake Barnett will head right back out there on defense, I think, or at least he wants to. Well, coming in to tonight, we mentioned the massive number of touchdowns. He needed 3 to break it. And you can add another one in the column of punt returns and another rushing TD to his total. Pretty unique, pretty fun. So Longmont will head back out, now down, still 2 scores after Tigers couldn't convert. Little pass forward there to Foot. The little Bob Stitt play. You saw Dana Holgerson run it a lot for Steve Slayton out there at West Virginia, and then hasn't quite been as in vogue as it used to be. So 2nd and 10 here after the 0-yard pass play.
Saw Cade Koblitz on that play, I believe, wrapping him up with one arm to stop the advance, and then some other Tigers come over to help. You see the Tigers just showing off their strength on defense on that play.
Holmes in the shotgun here. Now with Gaddis motioning out of the backfield. Holmes drops, being flushed. Holmes now being tracked down, and man, good job by Holmes. Just, he's patient, he's waiting, and then he checks it down to his receiver. That was Levi Sheck with it on the catch. A pickup there of about 6 yards.
Ball spotted at the 32, where it is 3rd down and 4 for the Trojans.
That D-line trying to get home. They have brought some pressure tonight, but like I said, Holmes has done a good job extending plays, finding receivers late.
Maybe see a lot of other quarterbacks crumble under the pressure of these just giant Erie linemen, but Holmes has been able to handle it so far.
Now a give, and plunging through the middle there is Gaddis, and he will pick up about 3. So 4th and 1 here for Longmont. Gotta imagine, and that's a little bit longer than the tush push that we saw. So big moment here for Longmont. It almost feels like a must convert for them, because if they don't, they're in trouble.
Yeah, you really can't give Erie the ball back this deep in your own territory. It's a close game right now, but if they can't convert this, it could get out of hand quickly.
Holmes in the pistol. Tigers showing blitz. I don't think Erie's going to jump, and a timeout for Longmont with 2:19 remaining here in this half. And while we have a moment, a couple shout outs. We already talked about the softball team at the start of the game. They will play in the state semifinals tomorrow. The boys cross country team today, they are 2nd place in the region. They will send a team to state. The girls finished 6th. They qualified 3 runners for state. I believe Ella Jimenez, Abby Umbenauer, and Sabina Stroya, all qualifiers for the Tigers on the girls' side. You had Dylan Richardson finish 4th, I think, at the regional out there. So you'll probably hear D-Rich hop on the mic tomorrow and call the game with us for state softball, as the Tigers will take on Fruita Monument. That will be a 10 a.m. first pitch, and it will be audio only on the Erie Tiger Network, as the NFHS has the rights to that one. And hopefully their internet situation will work out better than ours, because ours was UGLY today. All right, 4th and 1. Longmont in their pistol formation. Tigers have 9-10 guys in the box. There's the handoff to Gaddis. He runs into a wall. I don't think he got it. It's going to depend on the spot from the far side. And I think he's short. The Tigers are celebrating, but the officials haven't officially placed the ball yet. And they will still sort this out. They might measure this.
I thought it looked like he was pretty far away from getting there.
Yeah, the spot on the far side was a little bit more generous, and I think they're going to give Erie the first down. Nope, here come the chains. I saw the chains move toward as if it were an offensive possession, but instead they just had to get out of the way of the down marker, and then now they're going to measure. And that is well short, and the Tigers will take over with 2:13 remaining in the half. The Tigers will take over, and there's a shot that we will have a broken record here in the first half.
You're saying earlier broken record in the first 3, maybe even the first 2 now. 1 touchdown away for Blake Barnett. Obviously, the first 2 have been magical. Can he do it again?
Carnival flanking him 4 wide. I bet they run a little play action deep ball here. That's my guess. They'll switch the side that Carnival's on. Barnett checks the play. He's going to load up. Looking, steps up, fires the deep ball in the wheel route. It's Cave. Oh, and he is interfered with. He tried to slow up, but the defender ran through him. And so a DPI coming against Longmont. So Cave Meredith, one of those seniors here. We already saw a Josh Levine touchdown that was wiped off the board. That was a dazzling play. Dude, that should have stood. Because that would have been a fitting way for the 3 touchdowns to happen. So 1st and 10, Barnett with Lusk. He'll change the side that Lusk is on. Barnett has Sweeney quick if he wants him. Instead, he will keep it himself, and Barnett breaks the tackle, spins, and gets cut down after a pickup of 11. And you can just tell that with the way Barnett is running, I mean, you almost want to say, look, son, you got to run this way every game, every play, because right now he's running with meaningful purpose and intention, like, hey, there's something big on the line here. Wyatt Walston will check into the game. Barnett gets the snap, looks, fires the speed out. It's caught. Touchdown, Cave Meredith. Touchdown number 142. And Blake Barnett has just set the Colorado 11-man high school state football record for most career touchdowns. Fans are on their feet, and the players are congratulating Blake on the field. And I think Blake's family has gone down to join him there as well. As hugs from Blake's family members. And what a career it's been. Still unfinished business, but for tonight, the celebration is for the new touchdown king in Colorado. It's Blake Barnett.
What a way for Barnett to get it. Basically every way that he gets these big plays in football, gets a touchdown on these plays. Interception, run, pass. That's what he does.
Tonight, we have witnessed history. Our very own Blake Barnett.
So they'll stop the game for a little ceremony down on the field. And that only happens for rare moments, folks. You don't stop a football game usually unless something real special happens. And Blake just made something real special happen. I hope you understand the context, Tigers. That's pretty freaking cool. So touchdown number 142. And hey, he did it like he's done it his whole career, John. He had a dazzling run. He had a pick six. He had a touchdown pass. Heck, he even had one taken off the board tonight. So we've seen it all. And what a special moment. And the media down there on the field, there are a lot of media there. There I see Boco Preps, 9 News, social media. And so, shoot. Pretty cool, John.
I mean, the last guy that had this record is currently the best, arguably the best running back in the NFL. You gotta think what's in store for Blake Barnett here.
Tigers might get a penalty for this. I don't think Coach Geiger will care. Let's see. Mr. Cooper out there corralling him back. And classy of Longmont also to kind of let this transpire. And what fitting. It happened on senior night here at home. I mean, come on. All right, what a scene here at Tiger Stadium.
Touchdown journey as the Tigers complete the regular season next week and drive for a state championship in the playoffs.
All right, 129 remaining. And I think we have Blake Barnett down there on the sideline, and so we are going to go to our sideline reporter, Kaylee Killian. Oh no, we still have the audio.
I'm here with Blake Barnett. Blake, I think it can go without saying. Everybody knows what you did tonight.
Sorry.
You're okay. You're all good. Is there anything that you want to say to the Erie community and everybody right now?
First and foremost, I want to thank our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I give all my glory to him, and he blessed me with his amazing ability, and all glory goes to him, and none of us could be here without him. Second of all, I want to thank my parents, my mom and dad for sacrificing so much for me, and my sister for making me the man and the person I am today. And if I were to say thank you to everybody, it would be too long of a list. So if you wear orange and black, if you're one of my teammates, if you've ever coached me, if you wear orange and black, I love you, and I can't do this without any of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you in the box, Bird.
Thank you, Kaylee, for thinking on the spot and grabbing that. And good job, Austin, down there, and great job, Chad, making that happen. So that's that's some good stuff right there on the Erie Tiger Network. That's why we're here. Dang, that's pretty cool. All right, so 2nd and 7.
Kickoff of 4. 2nd down and 6.
As a timeout on the field.
Everything else just seems maybe a little bit smaller after that.
Yeah, the scene emotional for sure.
A half of play, but after that, it's.
Yeah, the scene emotional, and then I feel like a proud papa right now. That was pretty cool that we got the sideline report right after. So good job, ET crew. And, hey, we are lucky to follow some good programs here. I guess, Erie Tiger Network, you could try and launch a network in a lot of places, but if you don't have winning teams and winning tradition behind it, I mean, you have a network that just doesn't get very many eyeballs. And so we're thankful for the teams that have really stepped up to the plate here. Softball, football, volleyball, soccer, all winning teams here this fall that we broadcast on the ETN. All right, 2nd and 7, low snap, little pitch out there, and that throw will fall into the dirt. So that'll bring up 3rd and long. And Longmont, in some regards, this is tough for them to bounce back from kind of the scene down there on the field where now you got to get back, play football. You're down, and there was a huge celebration by the other team. You got to kind of get the energy and adrenaline back up, play a football game. So 1:10 remaining here in the half. 3rd and long for the Trojans. In the shotgun is Holmes, and a flag, and I think a delay of game coming here from the back judge, as typically you see that come from the back judge. So that'll back it up to 3rd and 11. Shoot, if you're Longmont, you almost think just do the Joey Foot play.
We've seen it work so far. Just send Joey Foot down the field, throw the ball towards him, and he has a chance of reeling it in.
All right. Holmes takes the snap. He will drop back to pass, fires it off his back foot, high into the night. Pass is tipped up. Good defense that time. I think that was Kyler Campbell out there defensively for the Tigers that knocked that one away. Now Preston Terranova and Blake Barnett back to return this punt. So 1:02 remaining here in half number 1. And after a quick first quarter, the second quarter taking it a little bit longer here.
Well, we saw
low punt. Barnett's going to try and field this one. It's a bouncer, and actually he'll just watch that and let that roll all the way down to the 24-yard line. And so the Tigers will have 49 seconds to engineer it down the field here.
I was going to say, we saw at the beginning of this game, penalties took a big effect in this game, but we've seen the Tigers have managed to reel it in and stop themselves from getting more penalties. Longmont, we saw on that drive, did hurt themselves again, but the Tigers have reeled it in a little bit and managed to pull away a little bit in this game.
So 1st and 10 here. Barnett will take the snap. It's a little screen pass back to Mason Kogel. Mason catches it. He'll run it up the sideline, and Mason has first down yardage and then some up to the 39 is where they will mark him down. A nice little 15-yard pickup, and the Tigers trying to move quickly here. 33 seconds left. Barnett takes a snap, looking, fires the seam route. It's Ronan Ward. Oh, and he couldn't hang on to it. Good pass there by Blake. And Ronan, who, if you've watched enough Erie Tiger Network games, I think you know I'm a big Ronan Ward fan. Couldn't quite hold on to that one. 2nd down and 10. Barnett to pass again, fires the deep out, and that one is caught by Ward beyond the sticks, and he'll run out of bounds. A pickup there of 11. Up to about midfield, and actually that'll mark him just shy of midfield, but enough for a first down. 18, well, the clock is running. The clock should not have restarted there. So the officials conferring here because that clock should have stopped, and the poor scoreboard operators next to us hearing it from the fans.
It was stopped at around 19.4, I believe. So.
Timeout. Tigers.
You know what may have happened, because Coach Geiger wants an explanation. Sometimes when you run out of bounds but you run backward, they give you forward progress, and they do not stop the clock fully. They stop it for the first down, but they don't make a full stoppage. Not sure if that's the case or not. I think they might relay the time up here. We'll see. I'm not sure. Well, now the officials. Yeah. So that was a forward progress call. So only 6.8 left on the clock here. Barnett will take a deep 10-step drop. Barnett will try and uncork one and actually threw it short to Lusk, who has it at the 20. Lusk gonna have to make a broken tackle or two. Pitches it back to Alex Sweeney, and they will call him down. Oh, man. We'll have to take a look at that one. As they'll call him down, it was still a big gain of about 34 yards. But, man, we'll have to slow this one down, too. We're all huddled around our little replay monitor here. And let's take a look here. And we'll slow this one down as Lusk. Oh, he was clearly, oh, my goodness. By the way, the officials are saying that what is going on? In fact, here, I'll show you. I'll show you something here. We'll go forward in this. Gonna give a little tip to my replay operator here. All right, so we'll go forward. Let's really slow this down frame by frame. Hard to tell. Well, you can see the knees there. You can't really see when the ball's out from that angle. But either way, it's halftime. So all right, that'll do it for the first half. We will take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the band and more here at halftime on the Erie Tiger Network.
You know that feeling you get when your life is about to change? It's terrifying, sure, but isn't it exciting? You may not know with certainty what lies ahead, but that's what makes life, well, life. And even when the scene in the rear view is hard to leave behind, take a deep breath, hold on tight, and remember, there's no better way to move than forward.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They're
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. This half is not over. There is, okay, the only thing I can think of is that the they didn't the refs didn't reset the game clock. So what they did is they kept their own time. I mean, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of is that the refs kept their own time and didn't communicate how much time was left on the clock. So when the play ended, there was a stoppage of clock and they called a timeout, I suppose. So I don't know if this is an untimed down and there was a penalty.
The result of the play was more than the penalty, so the ball will be placed at the spot of the tackle. It'll be one untimed down from the 9.
So one untimed down from the 9 based on some personal fouls during the play. That was hard to understand. Either way, the Tigers could really hurt Longmont here. There's the throw. It's caught. Oh, and I don't think Josh Levine was able to hold on to it, as that one will fall incomplete. All right, so it's all moot in the end other than one added incomplete pass for Blake Barnett. Now we will take a quick timeout, and then we'll come back and we'll have the band.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carawayortho.com.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Wow. Thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany
Turn it up a notch. And Madre sent me to tear up the spot. Follow me, hold no, you know I'm loco. Hands up on the dance floor. Okay, let's go. Go ahead, put your back to it. Do your thing like Harry. Shake that thing, girl. Go ahead, put your back to it. Do your thing like Harry. Shake that thing, girl.
Erie High School dance team.
You got the ball?
Now taking the field, it's your Erie High School Tiger Pride Marching Band. Tonight we celebrate the senior class of 2024. These incredible performers have spent the last 4 seasons of their life pushing themselves and their peers to be world-class marchers and musicians. Through the countless hours of work, long nights, early mornings, through blood, sweat, and tears, and endless amounts of heart, these fantastic marching band members set the bar for what it means to be an Erie Tiger. The Tiger Pride Band will be performing their 2023 field production titled Pump-O-Rama. The show includes Blink-182's 1999 classic, All the Small Things, Green Day's 2004 banger, Holiday, and Fall Out Boy's 2013 smash hit, Light 'Em Up. When it's time to sing along, fans, get up on your seats and join us. And now, drum majors Sydney Mataloni, Justin Lilly, and Maggie Lane, is your band ready for performance? Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once again for your Erie High School Tiger Pride Marching Band and the graduating class of 2024. Last time, best time. The band is under the direction of Mr. Zachary Fruits, with assistance from Mr. Tucker Ewer and Mr. Ben Tyler, EHS. Tiger Pride Band would like to thank the incredible EHS band parents, administration, and Erie community for their unflinching support of instrumental music education. Go Tigers!
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
I wasn't born a leader.
It wasn't given to me. I couldn't buy it.
How'd I get here?
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
Decide to lead as an Army officer.
Have you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School? Well, now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. There's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction in knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon@sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month commitment. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast with the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETN Patreon.
You are watching the ETN. You are watching the ETN.
Kicking off the season celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project. At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest. Hey, Vern. Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
welcome back in here. Halftime on the Erie Tiger Network as the Tigers lead at a half 28-6. Let's go over some of the halftime numbers, shall we? And then we'll take a look at some of the first half highlights. Blake Barnett, he was 4 of 6 passing for 82 yards and 1 touchdown. He ran the ball 5 times for 94 yards and a touchdown. Gavin Lusk also had a rushing touchdown. Overall, the Tigers ran for 152 yards. Alex Sweeney caught a pass for 2 yards. Mason Kogel caught one for 13. Gavin Lusk, 1 for 34. Ronan Ward, 1 for 11 yards. And the Tigers, well, I already said, Blake Barnett, 82 yards through the air. 96 yards through the air for Colby Holmes on 17 passing attempts. He had 3 passes of over 15 yards that kind of carried the water for him in that category. Only 58 yards rushing for Longmont. Most of that came in one drive. You had Levi Sheck with 46 yards receiving, Parker Mills with 15, and Joey Foote 4 big catches, or 2 big ones, 4 total for 39 yards. Let's take a look at the, in fact, all the dazzling replays there in that first half, as we'll go back and we'll even show you a play that didn't count. So you had Blake Barnett running around like a chicken with his head cut off, big blocks. We just wanted to show this because we thought it was a cool start to the night for Blake as he found his buddy Josh Levine open in the end zone, but that was called back due to a personal foul. The Tigers would actually end up punting on that one, and then, well, Tigers got the ball back. Blake looking for his first touchdown of the night. A big broken tackle there. Knife through some defenders. What was that? 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 or 8 broken tackles en route to what would be a 59-yard touchdown run. The Tigers would score their first touchdown of the game. Then, well, we actually have this from multiple angles, so why not just watch it multiple times? And we lost that one. Okay, that's all right. Let's go to the next one. So we'll go to event next. Go ahead and hit replay selected. And then Longmont. They were trying to get in on the action too. This play set up, well, nope, it was swiped away. Blake Barnett, the pick 6. That would tie Christian McCaffrey. And Blake, every time he touched the ball tonight, he just looked like a man possessed. Well, then you had maybe the most special moment of the night. In terms of what we saw Blake do today, a little bit underwhelming. But you had the touchdown pass to Josh Levine. But then you had the party and the celebration breakout on the field. And we had that interview. I was going to say, don't play it because we actually don't have the audio from the interview looped through to the replay. So don't play that. I'm glad I thought of that before we did that. That was empty audio. But those were 3 touchdowns. That's the story of the night. You also had Gavin Lusk and his touchdown run as well. So both teams back out on the field. Let's get rolling for this second half. We had, man, that was great. We had an award-winning moment down there on the field where we had a sideline interview, multi-camera angles. That was great. That might have been in top 5 all-time ETN moments right there. Certainly from a broadcast perspective, that might have been number 1, at least in terms of just pure technical broadcast side. So, all right, so Tigers coming out for the second half. They will receive this one. John, any thoughts about that first half?
Obviously, it started out with penalties being a really big factor for both teams involved. Both teams had a touchdown taken away, but Erie really did a good job of taking all of the momentum, especially with the 3 touchdowns, got that 2-point conversion to make it a 2-possession game.
Terrence drops the kick but picks it up, has a little bit of a seam and kind of gallops, but fumbled, and Longmont picks it up. So a big play for Longmont to start half number 2 as Preston Terranova got popped pretty hard. Oh, and Preston, I think his back got wrenched, and he can't walk. Or no, maybe it's just a cramp. Let's hope it's a cramp. Okay. The way he fell down, I thought that was like his back, and now they are stretching out both his legs. Just hope Preston's okay there.
Was just about to say the first half was really a half of big plays, and big play for Longmont there to get back in this game, getting that fumble. Maybe they can take advantage of this and pull back closer into this game.
And Preston screaming coming off the sideline. Hope he's okay there, man. 1st and 10 here for the Trojans. Holmes will run the draw himself. Squirts through a hole. Holmes gets to the outside. He has really just a couple men to beat and squeezes it inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line.
We have not seen Holmes use his legs almost at all besides scrambling out of the pocket in this game. But what a good first run there for Holmes, picking up a lot of yardage and getting the Trojans into scoring position.
So 1st and goal to go here. Let's take off that kickoff graphic there. There you go. Handoff to Gaddis. He gets stuffed but spins out of the defender's arms into the arms of Blake Barnett, where he was waiting and wrestled him to the turf for a loss of 1.
If the Tigers can find a way to marry the two sides of their defense and their pass defense and their run defense in this game, it's going to really help them in stopping Longmont to stop having these big plays and these big drives, and it'll just take all the life out of this Longmont offense.
So 2nd and goal here from the 8 for the Trojans. What a way to come out to start the half. You force the fumble, and now you have it goal to go. Holmes in the pistol here. He's got Gaddis behind him. Gaddis, 17 carries, 58 yards. And a delay of game is going to be called by the back judge. So the 2nd time tonight that Longmont has been a little bit late there on the snap. And this one will back the Trojans outside the 10, between the 13 and 14.
Early in the game, we saw Erie getting hurt by the penalties, but recently it's been all Longmont hurting themselves, pulling their offense back out of the range that they maybe would have liked.
There's the play action, roll out for Holmes, looking to the far side. He'll stop, cut back, and gets lassoed around the ankles, and a sack for the Tigers. And I think that was Keaton Strange that got back there and dropped Holmes. And from the 14 back to about the 18.
We saw the Tigers do this earlier, having a great red zone stand here, making it much more difficult for the Trojans to score, moving them backwards several times here.
So 3rd and goal, but from the 17-yard line. There's the snap, the play fake, the throw on the corner route to Foot, and they're going to call interference. Braylon Tolliver in the coverage.
But there's a flag in the end zone.
And that's one of those where if it's slightly underthrown, you're going to see more often than not a defensive pass interference call. And shoot, that's almost why I think, John, on 3rd and long and 4th and long, I'm always surprised more pro teams and college teams don't just run a play that's like, hey, let's run the pass interference play.
I think you've seen a little bit of a pickup in it, especially in the NFL. I feel like you've seen a good amount of PI this year, especially on those long throws where they underthrow it a little bit.
Not an auto first, so it's still 3rd down, but half the distance to goal. So now 3rd and goal from the 9. Here's the throw into the end zone. Oh, and you're going to have another penalty, as that is a hit against a defenseless receiver. And they're going to call that on Blake, and that will be an automatic 1st down. And that's a tough one to slow down on. You can see ball just ahead. And actually, Blake kind of turned to the side and hit him with his shoulder. So, good camera work down there by Austin Jamison. And we have had a field camera treat us a lot better than how softball treated us, or how the cameras treated us last week. Of course, everything about this Friday is much different than last week. That was probably the worst weather game that we've broadcasted, and that was horrendous. And poor Logan Powell, he may never operate a camera ever again. All right, 3rd and goal. I thought it was an auto first. It was not. Handoff to Gaddis, trying to push his way forward, and he is stacked up at the 4-yard line.
This Erie Tiger defense has really just done a great job of holding strong in the red zone against adversity, really just not letting up anything for this Longmont offense.
Ball inside the 5-yard line.
So 4th and goal from the 4. And if you're Longmont, John, you have to find a way to score this. You can't afford to turn it over.
Yeah, you really just have to get points on the board and try to pull back in this game.
Holmes in the pistol, takes the snap, runs read. He'll run it out, has a wide open man, overthrew him in the end zone. And that's the risk with the rollout passes. You had Davis Pellet wide open, and Holmes just overthrew him in the corner.
For as good as Holmes has been tonight, you really just cannot afford to miss that throw. Wide open in the end zone. Would have pulled them back into the game with the 2-point conversion if they got it. Just now it's much harder to get back in this game, especially if Erie gets this drive and takes it down and gets more points on the board. Then it's out of reach at that point. Really needed that if you're Longmont.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers from inside their own 5. Barnett flanked by Lusk. Barnett will give it to Lusk. Lusk will fight his way through a hole, and then Gaddis will slingshot him down to the turf at the 9. Pickup there of about 5. Tigers with some tempo and a 28-6 lead here on senior night. Barnett from the near hash. Quick pass from Blake. That one's caught by Sweeney, makes a move up the field, and then gets pelted to the turf at the 19. 10-yard pickup on the pitch and catch from Barnett to Sweeney. And I think the Tigers miss Donovan O'Brien. They're pretty deep at receiver, but Donovan a different kind of receiver. There's a give, and I think that was Lusk who got wrestled to the turf, out across to the 26-yard line. So a little 7-yard scamper there for Lusk. Tigers are averaging 13 yards a carry time. Honestly, the Tigers have not run that many offensive plays.
No, just really scoring on those big plays and getting off the field quickly for the offense tonight for the Tigers.
Barnett's going to be flush from the pocket. He wants to run it all the way here. Steps through an arm tackle and then just dances around one more defender.
Barnett on the keeper across the 30-yard line. Enough yardage once again for a
You know, I think maybe an underrated thing. We've talked about Blake Barnett's speed. We know 2 years ago, state champion in the 100-meter as a sophomore. And by the way, he's rushed now for 100 yards tonight. But really lateral quickness also there for Blake. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. In motion is Kogel. Mason will reset. They'll give it to Lusk. Good blocking out front. Lusk pinballs off a defender and then shoves another defender with a stiff arm. And he'll work his way up to the 40.
You see Lusk there with the combination of that good starting block and just the power that he builds up, able to run through almost 3 defenders at once and then hits it against another one and finally gets knocked out of bounds there. Just really good running there from Gavin Lusk.
2nd and short here. Barnett's going to rifle a slant route. That's caught by Kave Meredith. He breaks a tackle and then finally dives across the 40. But there is a flag back near the line of scrimmage.
With a lot of Blake's throws, you see them more as a loft, but tonight we've seen him have some more of those bullet passes with a lot of strength behind them and have been well received by the receivers so far.
Hey, illegal man downfield is a call. That's hard to pull off because that wasn't a Blake pulling it down, running around, and then throwing it. That was a RPO slant that was quickly called illegal man downfield. And Ian McGuire told us he didn't have a completed pass till the touchdown because every prior completed pass was called back due to a penalty. So 2nd and 8. Barnett, RPO again. This time he has Kogel. He catches it in the seam. Kogel busts out to the near sideline, flashing the speed. Mason Kogel to the house. 65-yard touchdown pass between the two seniors. And how about that one on senior night for Mason, the ETN student? Heck yeah, Mason. And Mason showing off the wheels, John.
See the Tigers go back to that quick pass. You see the Tigers go back to that quick pass, and Mason Kogel able to absolutely burn the defense there. Just get past them for a touchdown.
And so, man, I tell you what, Mason moved well for a big guy.
They go for it on 2. Ronan Ward.
Ronan Ward will execute the 2-point conversion to Josh Levine. And the Tigers rolling here on senior night. 30-point lead. We'll take a timeout on the ETN. And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 6:20 remaining in the third quarter. Tigers on top, 36-6. As Carson Hageman set to kick this one deep for Erie. And Carson will send that one nice and deep.
Carson Hageman with that kickoff.
By the way, that's always interesting to me. Tyler Hoffman's out there on the kick team with Carson Hageman kicking. I'm going to have to maybe bite my tongue on this one. I was going to say, knowing Coach Geiger, he's got something cooking. It might not be for this game. Might not be for this game, but it might be for something in the future. We'll have to bleep that out or something. All right. 1st and 10 here for the Trojans. Holmes back out there with Gaddis behind him in the pistol. He'll motion Gaddis out of the backfield, and Holmes will take the snap and run it in a quarterback keeper, and he is ridden down to the turf after pickup of 5.
Saw the quarterback keep last time worked very well for Longmont, but that time the Tigers were on it quickly. Only a short gain there instead of a 30, 40-yard game.
26 yards rushing for Colby Holmes tonight.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Does that include sack yardage? 2nd and 5 here for the Trojans. Holmes scans the defense, fires it on a little arrow route out, and that was in and out of the hands of his intended target.
Haven't seen many drops from the Longmont receivers. That might be because they throw the ball mostly to foot, but good hands so far tonight from the receivers of Longmont, not wasting the passes that they do get off.
So 3rd down and 5 here for the Trojans. Low snap. Holmes now being pressured by Hageman. Throws it off his back foot. Man, and he is really thrown well from off his back foot. Strange trying to strip it, and instead dragging defenders is the Longmont receiver. And so a pretty big pickup there.
Holmes once again just showing his ability to work under pressure, do a great job of just falling back when under pressure and then getting a ball out that is on target and well timed.
So 1st and 10. Holmes just saw a wall devour him behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of 4 yards.
We saw Preston Terranova very quickly diagnose that quarterback keeper and just immediately gets to the quarterback and takes him down, and then the sea of Tigers defenders coming in behind him to help him make that tackle.
2nd down and 15.
2nd and 15 here for the Trojans. 80 yards rushing as a team, only 3.6 yards a carry, and that's what the Tigers defense has done pretty much most of the season, is hold teams to under 4 yards a carry. 2nd and long. Holmes alone takes the snap, quick pass, caught by foot, trying to step out of a tackle, and the cavalry arrives from Erie after a pickup of about 7 there as they work into Tiger territory.
Foot maybe trying to make something out of a thing that wasn't there. Maybe it would have been better if he just tried to plow forward, instead tries to make a move and gets stopped at almost the same spot.
So 3rd down and 8 for Longmont. You got to figure they're a 4 down kind of situation right now with 3:36 remaining in the 3rd and down 30. Holmes in the shotgun will take the snap. He scans the defense. He fires the sideline route, and no, everyone jumped the speed out from Joey Foote, and that was wide open for Davis Pellet. So good gain there on 3rd and 8.
You said maybe they're in a 4 down offense territory, but I don't think they've punted the entire game. So I think they've been in 4 down offense almost the entire game so far.
I think all in all, it was about a 25-yard pickup. Actually, it might have been a little less. I think Ian has 22 there. So Holmes will give it off to Gaddis, and Gaddis will try and grind out some yards. And Tigers have done a pretty good job of some group tackling tonight. That'll bring up 2nd and long.
So far, you've seen Longmont's offense put together these long drives, but the Tigers' defense so far has showed up when it counts, only allowing that 1 touchdown and stopping the 2-point conversion. Tigers trying to stop another drive here from Longmont.
2nd and 8 here for Erie. Or, for the Trojans. Holmes tried to hit the square in route, and it hit Gaddis in the hands, and he couldn't hold on.
3rd down and 8.
By the way, mental note. Someone in class remind me, I have to program that the score bug is out while the replay is in. Like, I got to remember to do that. Surrounded by a slew of ETN students, so hopefully one of them will remember. 3rd and 8. Low snap. Off his back foot, and oh man, I don't know about that one. That pass was, well, either way, there's going to be a penalty on Erie, because I think you're going to have a roughing the quarterback on Carson Hageman, but then you're going to have a defensive pass interference on Erie. 2 officials agreed. As we take a look here. So there's the roughing the passer. You know, it was only about 5-6 years ago, we used to have these refs mic'd. Need to get back to that.
We saw the Tigers avoid penalties for a while, but coming back to bite them at a time that maybe they wouldn't have liked to see it, extending this Longmont drive when it could have been done right there, but instead putting them inside the 10.
By the way, one of the cool features about the new scoreboard, and I don't know if people have noticed on both ends, not active yet, but there will be a play clock on both end zones. So there's kind of a mini play clock scoreboard just to the left of the goalposts from our view anyways, on the south end zone, and one attached to the old scoreboard on the north end zone. Holmes will take the snap, looks, little speed route, and that's cut, and a broken tackle, and in for a touchdown is Cole Gaddis. So 2nd touchdown of the night for the Trojans off a little 6-yard curl route between Holmes and Gaddis, and penalties hurting the Tigers on that drive.
Longmont to attempt the extra point.
By the way, I think we will have Kaylee Killian again at some point. So now to kick the extra point for the Trojans is Logan Johnson. Snap high, hold good, kick is up, and it is good. And so it is a 36-13 game, 2:20 remaining here in the quarter. We'll take another timeout on the Erie Tiger Network. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird, John Kent here on the call with you. Some high energy in this crowd tonight. Tigers extend that lead out, but a lot of parents that might get a little emotional tonight with their kiddos playing their last regular season game, as Alex Sweeney will return one up to the 35.
Number 1, Alex
34 is actually, I think, where they will mark him.
They'll spot the ball. At the 34-yard line, first and 10.
So first and 10 here for Erie. Barnett out there. I think that's Lusk in the backfield. And the give, no, that might be Jack Carnival, actually. Slew of white jerseys shooting in there. And that was Jack Carnival, and he's going to lose.
Jack Carnival.
Well, pretty close to the original line of scrimmage. No gain. Second and 10 for Erie on a beautiful October night.
Timeout.
And a timeout is called by Longmont. Tiger fans, follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Declan wants you to do it. He puts out updates all the time, so he wants you to do that. You can also like this video. That helps us out. You should like this video. If you're watching, let's get those likes up. Let's get 40 likes tonight. That's the goal. 40 likes. And let's get that subscriber count up as well. So, to all 400 plus of you watching here, feels like you're part of our ETN family. You tune in every week, and we love it. Second and 10 for the Tigers. Barnett will give it to Carnival, who bounces off a defender. Carnival fumbled the football, and I think the Trojans jumped on it. First to it was a Tiger, but he couldn't corral it, and another fumble by Erie.
Along with these penalties, one thing we have seen from the Tigers tonight that we don't usually see is a lot of turnovers. We've seen 2 fumbles here that the Trojans have recovered in Tiger territory, really just giving them that extra chance to get back in this game. The Trojans score here, and they're that much closer, only 2 scores away after being down by 4 scores just a few minutes ago.
I think Austin Jameson needs to make a home on that camera down there. That's some good camera work down there from Austin. We can just figure out why we're having these mini little freezes from that camera. Only on replay. Yeah, that's the weird part. Must be something with the frame rate, or I don't know. Now Holmes trying to go big after the penalty. He'll throw it up and out of bounds, and Coach Lusk with the nice catch on the sideline. Only 1:19 left. Longmont been opportunistic for the most part this quarter. Of course, they got it down inside the 5 and were unable to cash in after the fumbled kickoff. And Preston got banged up, but he's been back out there. I mentioned some of these seniors for Erie. Of course, Longmont, also a slew of seniors, as they're hoping to make the playoffs here. Tigers bringing the heat. Holmes throws it on the run. Intercepted. Preston Terranova. And he will return this to the 50. And I believe that's Preston's 4th pick. And we had Mason Kogel, but because of the turnover, he had to trot out onto the field. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers right at midfield.
The Tiger defense had been having a problem to stop Longmont on those long plays to end the drive, but you see there he gets an interception and stops it right there and then.
Handoff to Lusk, bounces to the outside, cuts it back inside, has a convoy of blockers. Lusk negotiating through the defense and finally gets ridden down at the 27-yard line. Little 23-yard pickup there for Gavin Lusk.
You see the block in there just powering that run, allowing him to get farther down the field and opening up more lanes for him.
Quickly, here we go. Lusk has it. And on the right side, kind of bobbing in and out of the hole there and picked up 9.
They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Second down. And 1.
Now Barnett will roll here to the near side. Looking, wanted to throw the post. Oh, nice little fake there. Now he'll take it and run. Barnett weaves through the defense. Barnett into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. And he did the little shimmy shake, the shake and bake to the end zone for a Tiger touchdown.
A lot of the times you'll hear us talking about Blake's power and speed, but something that also needs to be mentioned is his shiftiness while he has the ball in his hands. You see that fake move and just weaving through the defense with his feet. Just really good moves from Blake and just able to just trick the defense almost whenever he wants.
Wow, second really dazzling run of the night for Blake Barnett. So with 11.2 left, the Tigers lead at 42-13.
43.
43. Well, forgot to tally that extra point. By the way, don't often do this, but a shout out to my wife who has been watching our sick 18-month-old all day. That is a labor of love. Well, I've been out watching Erie sports. It's been a long day, that's for sure. And the Tigers hope to extend this party that they're having tonight here in Tiger Stadium to tomorrow morning. A chance for the Tigers, if they win tomorrow, to play in the state championship, when I believe that one would be a 1 o'clock or 1:30 first pitch. But got to get through Fruita Monument, who has been rock solid. Fruita has beaten some really good teams this year. Low kick will bounce through the defense. That got through the wickets of Colby Holmes and out of bounds, and it'll be first and 10 for Longmont at the 20. So first and 10 here for Longmont. Probably the last play of the quarter. They'll hand off to Gaddis, so the running play will end the quarter. So that will end it here. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll actually not take a quick timeout. We will have Mason Kogel here in a hot second. Kaylee Killian on the interview. So let's see here.
Go, Mason. What an amazing 64-yard touchdown in the third quarter. I hate to say it, but in general, this season has been pretty easy for the team. One more game left in the regular season. Going into playoffs, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Finally got to break away a big run. I've been waiting my whole career for that, and not a better night to do it out here on senior night. And overall, just having a great time.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Kaylee, for another sideline interview. I mean, gosh, who else gets players or interviews with players in game? Just the ETN. That's what I think. So great job, Kaylee and Austin, to walk all the way down to midfield and grab that interview. And our crew has been crushing it tonight. We have a trio of camera operators upstairs. Larkin's up there, Ben is up there, and Zoe is up there. We have Austin on our camera down on the field. Kaylee Killian, you've seen her a couple times tonight. John Kent with me. Ian McGuire's keeping our stats. Declan Ross doing replay. Our technical director is Josh Briganti. And, of course, my right-hand man, Chad Jameson, our director here tonight. Start of quarter number 4. 2nd and 8 here, as this one will be thrown up, and a jump ball. It's intercepted. Preston Terranova came down with it, and he's got pick number 5 on the season.
See, Preston Terranova really making a huge difference in this game. 2 interceptions now. Just absolutely crushing it on the defensive side of the ball. Just not letting Longmont get any chance to get back into this game. Putting Erie's offense right back out on the field with excellent field position once again.
Well, we'll take replay after this first play. We want to take a look at that. I know Declan was searching for it and found it. Barnett fires the deep in cut. Oh, that went through the hands of Kave Meredith. And just everything tonight about Blake has been pretty much in rhythm and with a purpose. He's had his best game, maybe, of the season. Timeout on the field. And let's see here. Let me help you out here. So let's do this. Let's go back here. And we're trying to capture that. Oops, we're way past that. We're trying to capture that Preston Terranova interception. And let's see here. Hit. Go ahead. Oh, well, never mind. I forgot we were back out on the field. Hand off there, Lusk around the left side. Lusk, he's off to the races. Weaves through some defenders. And Gavin Lusk up to the 21. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Gavin Lusk now 124 on the ground. The Tigers 257 on the ground. Barnett rolls. Now he'll pirouette. Finds an open man. It's Lusk. He has it, and he walks into the end zone for a 22-yard touchdown strike from Blake Barnett to Gavin Lusk. And the Tigers continue to roll on here in Tiger Stadium on senior night.
We've really seen Gavin Lusk be a huge part of this offense tonight, catching that deep ball earlier in the game to give the Tigers a chance at a touchdown at the end of the half, catching that touchdown. I believe he rushed for a touchdown. He's really just been a huge factor in this offense during this game and also throughout the season. Just an incredible play here by Gavin Lusk tonight, just really complimenting Blake Barnett as well, with connecting with him multiple times.
And we will take a quick timeout as the Tigers lead at 50-13 on the Erie Tiger Network.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Tigers lead it 50-13 here against the fellow St. Vrain Valley School Trojans of Longmont. And Tigers have played maybe their best game of the year. There's been a couple, I'm sure, blemishes in the mind and eyes of Coach Geiger. But pretty solid tonight. It should work. Ah, I see. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Holmes still the quarterback out there with Gaddis behind him. Takes the snap. Little handoff give. And everyone will push the pile forward for a couple of yards.
Ball is spotted down at the 30. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 for the Trojans.
Again, and actually, I can't quite tell. That is actually a different quarterback back there for Longmont. That is Avery Amaya, the sophomore, in there. And the official signaling for a clock stoppage because there's a flag down right in the middle of the scrum, and I think it's going to be I missed it. I was looking at the wrong official. It was a face mask, I think.
Face mask penalty called on the Tigers.
So that'll move it up to the Longmont 48.
You see, like every time that Longmont's drive is about to stall out, they either manage to get a big play or the Tigers give them yardage off of penalties.
Snap, give around the edge, and that was Ben Starkle, I think. 29, yeah. Just change one of them out. Could be any of them. Joey Foote.
2nd down across midfield at the Tiger 48.
2nd down here. A lot of second unit guys out there. And I think I see Dylan Firebaugh out there. And just wanted to talk about Dylan for a second. Dylan went down to an ACL injury a year ago against Longmont. And he was saying his goal was to be out on the field, and he was hoping to get some run tonight as he tries to come back from that ACL injury. So nice to see Dylan, an ETN student, out there. 3rd and about 4 or so. Handoff to Starkle, got through the initial wave of defenders and then was cut down after first down yardage around the 40. Well, we're talking about the seniors all night. A little bit of love to Alex Sweeney, Keaton Strange, Blake Barnett, Mason Kogel, Kave Meredith, Josh Levine, Noah Garcia, Tyler Hoffman, Layden Angelo, Darian Bustamante. As there's a give to Starkle around the right side. He keeps his feet. He's got some room in front of him, and he's brought down from behind. Let's see, who else you got there? Braden Broussard, Kelton Cook, Jackson Kogel, Cade Koblenz, Dom Sama, Cole Powell. Is Cole Powell a senior? I thought he was a junior. Yeah, he's listed as a senior on this roster, but I know better.
We have seen those seniors be a huge impact. Obviously, Blake Barnett, Preston Terranova being huge impacts on this game on both sides of the ball.
1st and 10 here for the Trojans. Handoff, right side. Starkle is swarmed under as he picked up a few yards there. They keep going back to the well there on that little handoff on the right side.
Really seems like every time that they try to go to the outside there, one Tiger will get to them, and then like a Hydra, one is there, like 3 or 4 more come to their aid, and just they manage to take down the runner.
So 2nd and 8 here, and there's the little pitch forward. That actually should be an incomplete pass. So
the pitch went forward. It's ruled an incomplete pass.
Tigers tried to jump on it, but that was incomplete. What about that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 touchdowns tonight for Blake Barnett.
You know, at the start of the game, we were talking about tying or breaking the record, but not exceeding the record by an extra 2 touchdowns. Up to, what was he up to? Like 145 now, I believe?
145, yeah. Had 139 coming into tonight. Needed 2 to tie at 141.
I believe he's at 20 on, no, I think 35 on the season, I want to say. Could be wrong about that.
You know, the one little blip in that is that Blake got hurt his freshman year, and it was a COVID year, so the Tigers only ended up playing about, what, 5, 6 games that year?
6 games that year, I believe, yes.
Timeout. We'll take a timeout.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets. Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse in Erie today. Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 5:33 left to go in this one. Erie leads it big. Thought we might see the running clock, but don't think that will happen tonight. I guess there's still time for that. Throw in toward the back of the end zone, but too long, and then the Tigers roughed the passer. The Tiger faithful disagrees. I didn't see it, so I can't tell you either way.
It's very similar to kind of what the Tigers have experienced a lot tonight. Is they make a good few plays on defense, and the Trojans face a 3rd and long, and then they stop the play, but there's a penalty on that 3rd and long, and it lets Longmont continue to drive and keep going.
So 1st and 10, and this is, I'm starting to get a little sleepy here, John. It's been a long day. Started at the crack of dawn here, get softball ready. Tomorrow we'll have the audio broadcast, in case you're just tuning in. Well, once again, we'll kind of rely a little bit on our Wi-Fi signal, although I have considered calling back here to Tiger Stadium and running the broadcast from here, calling in via VMix call or phone. So we have the light switch wars going on in the press box. They're in both opposing coaches' press boxes. The light switch that controls the entire press box. The funniest is when the coaches, one set of coaches likes the light off, the other likes the lights on, and they basically go to battle all night. There's a nice tackle in the backfield. Shooting back there was Lincoln Hageman.
Tigers have really been kind of upped their game on tackling this year. Last year you saw a lot of opponents slip through the Tigers' hands, but this year not so much of that. A lot of solid tackles and good hands from the Tigers this year.
By the way, we will try and get a little post-game interview from Coach Geiger if we can. And the Tigers again shoot into the backfield and get the stop on 3rd and goal from the 5, so a 3-yard loss there. As the clock continues to move.
We've seen the Tigers make red zone stands 2 or 3 other times in this game. They've been able to hold it off before, but obviously 2 times they have not been able to. See if they'll be able to make it happen on this fourth and short for Longmont.
So 4th and goal from the 8. Amaya in the shotgun with an empty backfield. He'll take it, throws the fade route, and just overshot everyone. So that will do it on the offensive possession there for Longmont. Tigers will take over at their own 8-yard line. And I think we'll see Ronan Ward come out, and he will indeed lead that 2nd unit out there.
Now we can line up quarterback number 19, Ronan Ward.
So Ward in the shotgun. I'm trying to tell who that is beside him. I think it's Wyatt Walston. Ward instead will keep it, and he'll get slung down after a pickup of a couple.
It'll be 2nd down.
And Austin, our cameraman, trying to get a shot in there of his brother. I think Jackson is in there, so trying to get a little bit of family love in there. Ward in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He will give it to Walston along the edge, and Walston with some running room up the sideline. A big gain for Wyatt Walston, and he's still on his feet. Across midfield. So from the 10 all the way up to the 47. A 43-yard pickup there. And the longest run for sure in Wyatt Walston's career.
Really all night we've seen Longmont struggle to take down Erie running backs. Not sure if it's a combination of size or Erie's power, or both.
Ronan will give it to Jack Carnival, who will run it around the near side, and Carnival yanked down to the turf after a nice pickup of about 13 yards.
First down.
So 1st and 10 here, a minute 38 remaining. A give to, or Ward will keep, and Ward will house it. And there's a little bit of why we like Ronan Ward on the broadcast. He's got some, I think, what did Coach Wooch say? An electricity factory.
Ronan Ward definitely had some juice behind that run. A lot of speed very quickly. The acceleration was just really great from Ronan Ward. Managed to pierce through the defense and get another touchdown here for the Tigers.
Ronan has converted a couple two-point conversions. The Tigers have activated the running clock. And so this might very well be the last play of the contest tonight. Snap. Kick, it is up, and it is good. And the Tigers lead it big here on senior night. A magical night, a record-setting night on the Erie Tiger Network. And what a great job by this crew. Folks, I rolled in at 5:45 from softball, and this crew got 3 cameras set up. We got everything ready for a pregame, and what a wonderful job these students have done here tonight. And they're walking out onto the field. And so the Tigers will win it by a final score of 57-13. We'll take a break real quick. We'll come back and tidy things up for tonight.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
And welcome back in.
Erie Tigers. Oh.
And let's head down to the field. Killian is going to talk a little bit about tomorrow.
What a great game tonight for our Erie Tigers. From the Erie community, we love our seniors. Also, a good weekend for our athletics. Cheer tomorrow against Grandview. And also, don't forget, state tomorrow, 10 a.m. against Fruita Mountain. Everybody should be there. Thank you, and good night.
Awesome. Thank you, Kaylee. Appreciate the work tonight from our sideline crew. A special night as the fans about to flood the field, and we might have one more guest on our broadcast here tonight. Hey, did we ever find that Preston Terranova replay? Well, anyways, some final numbers tonight. The Tigers throw for 183. They rushed for 370 yards. 118 of that was Blake Barnett. 146 of that was Gavin Lusk. Ronan Ward rushed for 35. Jack Carnival for 21. And what a night it was. 6 touchdowns for Blake Barnett. He had a TD in the first quarter, and he continued to pour it on to add 5 more. And that third one, that was maybe one of our favorite moments on the ETN, as we're starting to lose our cameras. They're ready to pack up and go home. But we do have, I think, we do have Steve Barnett with us. A little post-game wrap-up. But we're going radio style here. Our camera operators have decided to call it a night. Steve, thanks for joining us here. Obviously, it's been a special 4 years, a special night to cap things off here at Tiger Stadium. I know down on the field you guys got a chance to congratulate Blake as he came off the field. Just kind of tell us what that moment meant for the Barnett family.
Pretty big memory for all of us. We definitely gonna remember tonight for a long time. All the kids had tears. Looking back, the student section was going nuts. It was a pretty fun night.
Yeah, we said that was probably a top 5 moment all time, if not number 1 in our ETN broadcast history. See, you have the football there. But as you kind of reflect, obviously I know Blake, this is a special night for him, but he'll still feel like there's a lot of unfinished business left in this season. In terms of just kind of raised him in the house, you've known that Blake's had a special talent for a long time. What's that been like, seeing him grow up through the years?
There's been ups and downs when your kid's 3 years old and gets kicked out of preschool because he's too aggressive. You know, things like that. But you realize that's just who he was. He was all go since day one. And it's a lot of hard work, too. He does 7-on-7 and lifting, and half this team worked with him in the off-season on their 7-on-7 stuff, and it shows. And this team's looking really good right now.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck to Blake and your family through the rest of the season, but not just this season. We'll watch him closely as he heads off to Kansas State as well.
You as well, Bird. Thanks, man.
That was Steve Barnett, the father of Blake Barnett. So thank you for joining us tonight. We have our camera operator said, hey, we're calling it a night. So we're going to call it a night as well. But, man, what a special night it was here on the Erie Tiger Network from beginning to end. You saw some dazzling displays of athleticism, some fireworks, some razzle-dazzle, some ceremonial moments. And, of course, it also started with softballs. You heard Kaylee Killian mention, hey, the softball team playing for a big prize tomorrow. So we'll be out there tomorrow for the 10 a.m. call. Hopefully our internet will cooperate out there. We'll think of a couple things. If we have to, we'll vMix call it back to the studio here. So I'll leave this. Well, hopefully we'll get it out cleanly tomorrow. So glad you could join us for this broadcast. A special thanks, I know I mentioned them a couple times tonight, but to all our ETN students who were a part of this broadcast, and of course Chad Jameson for being our director. For John Kent, I'm Brandon Bird. Until next time, Tiger fans, I'll chirp at you later.